Hello YouTube. Today I want to talk about noise. And you're saying to yourself, well, what the heck do I mean by noise? Well, noise when it comes to investing. And there's all kinds of noise when it comes to investing. We get bombarded on a daily basis with noise from politicians, noise from news media, noise from what they call the talking heads, which are the people that have an agenda. And that agenda is to get people to buy or sell stocks. And who does that profit? Well, if you're really lucky and you're able to buy low and sell high, probably 99.9% of the people aren't. They end up mistiming their stock trades. Then you need to form a layer around yourself to limit the noise and how it affects you. So, a prime example, we have a whole slew of companies that solely their mission is to write articles about what stock to buy, when to sell it, if you should buy it or sell it. And they come up with every reason that you could ever imagine for you to buy or sell your stocks. So generally, when you do a lot of buying and selling of stock, the people who win are the brokers. And in the last 6 months to a year, maybe even 2 years, the amount of people that have spent a fortune of their money buying and selling stock is huge. All of the brokerage houses, all the big banks have made hundreds of millions of dollars in the last 6 months to a year, 2 years on trade commissions. You can read about it, Google it, and you'd be absolutely amazed the amount of money Canadian banks, JP Morgan, all of these different companies have made hundreds of millions of dollars in just doing that on brokerage commissions. So, how does noise affect your overall portfolio? Well, when I had to leave work, I thought I had a pretty good knowledge of the markets, and I was able to make some money buying and selling stocks. But in the long run, I probably would have made just as much money if I would have bought certain stocks and then ignored my portfolio completely and just let those stocks do their thing. You know, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, you know, there's a company in Canada and the US. Their last name ends with Fool. You know, there's tons of these companies that are preying on the average person, trying to get them to buy and sell a stock. They run these so-called comparisons that say, you know, should I buy Royal Bank over this stock or that stock? And the only thing that I can think of is these companies are getting some kind of remuneration for writing these articles from these companies that the stock gets mentioned. Why else would they do it? Now, mind you, when you do click on one of these articles, there are advertisements that come up next to these articles or part of these articles. So there is the motivation there for them to sell advertising, no doubt. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like I said in a earlier video, buying a stock, a good stock, or even better, an index fund when you're young, and buying index funds in different sectors. An example would be, there's one index fund called eBiz, and that fund has stocks in it like Amazon, Wayfair, eBay, so on, that monitor anything that is online, any kind of online business. You know, then you have other index funds like the FIE.ca index fund, which invests in that invest in all the Canadian financials. There's a fund called ARK, which is heavily invested in Tesla and other companies that are their goal or their mission is to invest in new technology, green technology, disrupting technology. And if you can basically set up your portfolio to invest in a good array of index funds, and then set up those investments to do direct reinvestment when you get a dividend, then in the long run, you just keep adding to it each month. So you'd be buying the funds on lows and highs. So, you know, if the fund is trading at $6 a share, you'll pay $6. But 3 months down the road, if for whatever reason it's dipped, it's at $5.75. Well, then the way to look at it is you're getting those index shares at a discount, because your dividends are going to be buying those shares at $5.75. And since dividends are basically free money, in the end, down the road, when the fund ends up at $7 a share, you've made $1.25 on those shares that you got for free. And of course, drip happens in a lot of funds that are geared for income. They happen every month. So what I'm trying to say to anybody who's a new investor, or anybody that's been trying to make money by buying and selling stocks constantly, it's not the way to go. I've been trading for 25 years, and I gotta tell you, I would have made a lot more money if I just would have bought some really good stocks and just held on to them and ignored them. And if I can make people understand that all the noise is not helping you, all the hype that the news brings, then I think that'll make me feel good that, you know, my knowledge and experience will help somebody else have a brighter future. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I've enjoyed my walk. So please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and please comment. I love comments. Any questions you have, if I can answer them, I will. This isn't intended to be, stock advice. And I'm not trying to sell any stocks, and I'm definitely not giving stock advice. I'm just sharing my knowledge that I've gained throughout my life. And I think that's important for people to share their experiences and their knowledge, so others can not follow the same path. That's the most important thing for young people to understand sometimes, is that generally all the gray hair and the big number beside their birthday means life experiences. And that's unbelievable knowledge. And if you can find somebody that's willing to share it for free, take it. But don't take any knowledge from anybody without doing your own research. Even though you read something somewhere or somebody says something, we live in a world now with that internet thing and that Google thing, and you can find out if something's right or wrong or true or false pretty quick. So anyhow, thanks again, YouTube. And it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hope to see you again soon. Bye now.